What's going on, ADK Sports Performance families? Ryan here with this week's Coach's Corner. And this week I wanted to talk about why 99% of athletes can skip out on the ever-popular sport-specific training. A lot of times when parents reach out to us or we talk to athletes, they want to do sport-specific training. Then a lot of that looks like bands attached to something and they're going through a throwing motion or a swinging motion, and they want a lot of things to be very similar to their sport. And for, like I said, 99% of our athletes, we don't really need that. And there's a few reasons for that. One, when we look at our sports performance training and our strength training that we're doing here at the club, we want to be building a broad base. And that broad base is going to help drive the specific skills that you're looking to improve, like your swing, like your shot, like your throwing mechanics, things like that. But we don't need to make everything that we do hyper-specific to that, because most people are already doing enough sport-specific skill, if not too much, and not enough of that general training. We want to be training our general qualities of strength, of power, and of speed in our sports performance training. And the truth of the matter is, most athletes aren't able to do 5 pull-ups, 10 push-ups, do walking lunges sometimes without being able to not fall over. And so we need to really address those issues before we worry about hyper-specific drills for a baseball player or a football player or a basketball player. We want to build that base level of strength that, frankly, most athletes don't have coming into us, and that we want to focus on before getting into anything fancier than that. And if you look at a lot of solid training of professional athletes, they're doing the basics, they're just doing them really, really well. And maybe they might add in some hyper-specific things as a professional athlete, but as a middle or high school athlete, you don't need that hyper-specific stuff that a professional athlete may need. You need to work on getting a general base of strength, of speed, of agility, of conditioning down as a young athlete, and those hyper-specific things will come down the road for you, hopefully. But we want to keep the main thing, and building that broad base of skills, of strength, of speed, of power is going to be our bread and butter, and you can save that sport-specific training for your actual sports skills practices in games, and you can keep that separate from the weight room. If you have questions about why your athlete is probably spending too much time on their sports-specific stuff, or why sports-specific training isn't our favorite for athletes, feel free to reach out, and I'm happy to discuss a little bit more in depth. We'll see you in next week's Coach's Corner.